That's when backgrounds matter. Because she got background sex. They is funking it up. They are funking it up. But anyway, I did not get on here for that. But that put me in a good space because I need that for this moment. It's a man riding by me. So, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if he... But, there you go. You can't see him. But, yeah. But I did not get up to make this video. I hate talking about this issue. It's always something. But I had to say something. Macy Gray. I hate, and it's a lot of, and I know I was raised, I will always talk about that a lot because I believe how you was raised makes the adult, you know, make you the adult that you are. So for me, the Macy Gray thing, I don't have any time, but the Macy Gray thing, I mean, women are women. Women are women. I don't care what you get done. I don't care if you get titties, ass, a pussy. You are not a woman. Not every woman can have babies, but you don't have a uterus. You don't bleed. You don't have any fucking idea of being a woman just because you got some doctor who signed off and made you into this human being, because everybody's a human being. For those that's following me or don't know, I am trans. And that's why I really don't like to talk about the issue, because I could really get deep into it, and I probably will. And I think I have to, because everybody's different. I think one of the main things that offends me the most, and that's why I really don't say too much. I really like on my Facebook and Instagram, for those that follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Dakota Monroe 26, Facebook Dakota Monroe Lady Gotti, if you choose. Don't come on there with no bullshit, because I don't play that. But being part of the LGBTQ community is hard. Being black is hard. And for me, I just love to live life. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. Anybody opinions, views, thoughts, hatred has nothing to fucking do with me. I only have one life to live. When my mom died, I learned that the next day he was going to work. Life went on. And we say that all the time, but until you experience that, someone is really close to you, you realize that shit is true. So for me, I know my hair was fucked up, but so for me, I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. For me being trans, and I have to speak on this, for me, I'm speaking for me, I'm a good person. It has nothing to do with what's going on outside my body. I'm speaking as me as a human being. I'm a good person. And unfortunately, through the whole entire world, that will always be Achilles' heel, that me being trans, I'm this terrible, terrible person, you know. But for me, I'm strong enough. I've been dealing with my sexuality ever since I was a child. I've never had sex with a woman. For me, I feel like I'm a full-bred trans woman. I never had the desire. And I'm gonna tell this story. At the age of 12, back then, when to get into school, you would have to go get shot. You would have to get a vaccination for chicken pox and all that stuff. So I was 12 and went to the doctor with my mom. And I'm sharing this, and this is really personal, but the doctor examined me, and he suggested to my mom, and I don't care who thinks my mom made a wrong decision. That's, you know, you're not the judge and jury. You know, I always feel like when the day comes for me to have to stand before God, that's me. not you and your opinion. It'll be me and him discussing if I'm, you know, if still this life that I live, am I still worthy? And I definitely think I have a good case to say yes, I still am. Just because I'm trans, I still have a good case of being accepted in heaven because I am a good person. I have my ways, but I have morals, I have standards, I have beliefs. I'm spiritual. I don't believe in everything in the Bible. I can't go too deep into that because I just don't. I don't believe anything that a man that sat there, and I don't know the rumors to be true about him fucking his mama. I don't know. It was said that King James fucked his mama. I don't know it to be true. I know I read that. It don't have to. It don't make or break me as far as how I view the Bible. But he was a man, and I do believe in God, but do I believe everything in the Bible? No. And it doesn't, and I don't, and I'm not going to say I don't believe everything in the Bible so I could feel comfortable living who I am. I just don't believe it's a book, to me. And I believe there is a God, and I do believe that faith is real, but I just can't cut it into religion. And that goes for Catholic, Muslim, any kind of religion. For me, and I feel like this is for anybody, you have to do what's good for your soul. When it comes to I don't know when it comes to faith, that's something that's one-on-one. No one can pinpoint how you should proceed in life and dealing with faith. Some people don't believe in it. Some people don't believe in God at all, and that's their business. Because it may not be a God. I don't know, but I know down here for me, it is one, and He'll stop me for who I am. But at age 12, my mom took me to the doctor, and the doctor wanted me to put me on male hormones. Ran some tests, came back that I had more I believe it's Y chromosomes, whatever chromosome, I can't quite remember. Whichever chromosome, I would say this. Whatever chromosome is more of a woman, that's what I had in my body. So he wanted to put me on male hormones, testosterone. Oh, I'm glad I was able to get out that word. But not good, but good enough. But he wanted to put me on that because I was starting to develop breasts. And yes, I was born a man, but at the age of 12, I was starting to go through puberty. Not as far as having menstrual cycles, because that was impossible because I still had, but I was starting to naturally grow breasts like a woman, a young lady does at the age of 12 So my mother decided not to do that. I got my vaccination shot and I went to school. And I went to a Christian school, and I got teased so fucking much. So I think I never, ever thought about suicide. I think my spirit was really strong. I'm a twin. My brother died in my mom's womb. I had to stay in there with my twin brother for 4 months because they could not induce labor because it would risk my life. So I had to come as natural as possible. And I felt like I came in life facing death. So for me, I took that bullying. I took that, all that talk and everything. And it was many nights I couldn't sleep and had nightmares of all the different shit that was said to me at a Christian school between kindergarten to 8th grade. That was my most treacherous time of being tormented of being gay. At the time, I would say identify as a gay, as a little feminine boy. I was super feminine. I never had any masculine qualities whatsoever. Never. Even as a little kid with my mom, she would have to constantly remind people that I was a boy. She would always have to say, no, that's a boy. People were like, oh, that's a cute little girl. And my mom was like, that's a boy. And I would be dressed up like a boy, but people would still look at me in my face and still would identify me as a little girl. So even when I will even say this, even when I did come out to my mom, I won't even say when I came out, but when she started saying super feminine qualities in me and she came home and caught me in some of her clothes, she took me to a counselor. My mom was active on that. She took me to a counselor right away for, evaluation, all kind of stuff. And I appreciate that because at that time, that counselor ended up just counseling my mom. Because he felt like, he was like, nothing's wrong with him. He's fine. He's normal. He's gay. And, it's nothing wrong with that. And my mom ended up going to sessions, and it helped her understand what I was going through. And so my mother never, ever, but maybe once, and I maybe deserved it, I was being sassy. So one time she caught me in her clothes, and she said, me and her kind of back and forth, and I never really did that because I always was big on respecting my mom. I just see certain values out the Bible I took. And, I was really big on parenting and respect, and, respecting your neighbors, the 10 Commandments. I was big on that growing up. So, I never was disrespectful to my mom. But this time I was being a little sassy. And she caught me in her clothes. Well, in the slip that I used to like to wear, because it would like spin and was real flowy. And I love Wonder Woman, so spinning around and seeing it flow was just everything for me. And me and her had it back and forth, and she was like, I just think you jealous of me because I'm a woman. And did that break my heart? Yes. I never held it against her, though. Because at the moment, we're having this, going back, I'm being sassy, thinking I'm a grown woman, and I'm like, what, 14, 15? Thinking I'm cute, you know what I'm saying? Because when she caught me, she was like, I knew you was messing with my things. I'll just have to say that because she said I could tell something was going on. My shoes would be out of order, this and that. So she's like, I knew something was going on, that she was messing with my things. And so I started getting to this debate, with her back and forth. I can't remember what I was saying back to her, but I think I did kind of, at the moment, deserve the comment, I ain't gonna say I deserved it, but, I don't hold it against my mom at all. Never have. Do I think about it? Hell yeah. And I have thought about it, but I never knew she meant that out of malice, because she never did it again. Never said it again. She always supported me. She always said to me, whatever you're going to be the best at it. And that's what the fuck I think I have accomplished. People don't understand from me, and I'm speaking from me being a trans woman, because I'm never, ever, I told it to my cousin, being with family, I don't have too much family that support it, because I come from a deep Baptist root, family. Because even when I was first gay, I could say like between 13 and 16, every year my grandmother would ask me, you had a girlfriend? And I would always never, ever have a response. So by the time I got 16, my grandmother stopped sending me motherfucking money for Christmas, birthdays. She was not having it, because at that point she figured out, like, this motherfucker gay, and that always hurt me. But times it came from, I don't hold it against my grandmother, because she made my mom, and my mom was fabulous. I love my mother. I had the best unconditional love and support team. Even when I started developing even breasts and got on female hormones, my mother was like, you growing breasts? And my response was like, yes. She didn't say a word. I know she probably cried that night. She probably prayed, all kind of stuff. But she never, ever made me feel any type of way. You know what I'm saying? She always made me feel it was okay to be who I was. And so I think that's what helps with my confidence now. Because can't nobody ever have an opinion for me. I always think about Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace. But I never ever understood women that got on there and let a man tell them, a man that came out of another woman, that came out, he's a fucking human being, and he has his right to his opinion. You can say what the fuck we want to say, right or wrong. But they would get on there and let this man down talk them. Like, what the fuck? And so I never understood that. Can't nobody have an opinion about me. You can say I'm going to hell. I could go down a list of things. Fag, sissy, man address. That's a damn shame. You fucked up. I've heard it all. And I'm not going to, I could say heard and seen it all. Because it's all across social media. It's a big hatred thing, and people don't understand hatred is just a thing of the world. And I know how to deal with hatred because I pay it no mind. People hate me because I'm black. Some people hate me because I'm trans, and I really don't get that, because no one. I get treated like how I carry myself, and I carry myself like a lady. Women always compliment me on how I carry myself. Men hold the door. I've had men buy me gas. I've had men give me weed, and I've never slept with one. Never slept with a man. But they did it because of the way I carry myself and my swag. I'm very ladylike. And unfortunately, ladies that, that love to pound their chest about being a woman, you still don't have no feminine energy. and I'm rare. So when a man sees me and I'm always dressed and looking presentable, um, that's a turn on. Because a man, whether people say it all the time, oh, I love a natural woman. Also, it's hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and infinity of men that love a woman that take care of herself and get all dolled up and get her nails done and do all this. It's a lot of men that do love that. It's a lot of men that like natural women. You have to respect each other's differences, and we are keep losing fucking that right of people respecting each other's differences. White people are hated. A lot of black people hate white people. A lot of people hate Asian hate, right? Wasn't that just on social media? We know us blacks been hated. Gays hated. So, I mean, listen, it's part of the world. I can't feed into it. Life is not promised tomorrow. I can't feed into who don't give a fuck about me. For me, the most important thing about being trans to me, one of the most important part is for me to be able to walk through life, go to the gas station, go out to dinner. I've seen Mary J. Blige I don't know how many times in concert. I've seen Tina Marie. I could go down, I'm trying to go down the list. I've seen so many concerts. I've been to dinners. I haven't really went out of town because I have to work. That's one of my biggest things. But I have to work, so I don't get a chance to travel as much. But I love the fact that I'm trans and I'm comfortable in my skin, and I don't have to check the mirror. I don't have to people screaming, "Oh, that's a man." They just respect me as a lady of what they see, not what they think. And for me, that's a big fucking deal. So I'm comfortable. I'm happy. No one, and so nobody's opinion of hatred or how they feel or any kind of nobody feelings about me being trans makes me absolutely no difference, because no one walks my life and journey in life, and every day I'm comfortable. I don't. So and for me, that's a big fucking deal. I did right by my mother. And I always say this to a lot of people: you have to do right by your mom or your parents, depending on your situation. But for me, I did right by my mom. So even if for you that feel like I'm living a life of sin, I'm living a happy life of sin. I don't have any worries. I know I did right by my mom. Whatever life I choose to live, I'm happy. I don't have any worries. My main thing is like, maybe a couple times about bills, and who's not doing that during this time? Gas is what, $8 in California, 19? I don't know. But here, for me, mine is like $5. I got E85. So, but that's expensive. They getting their stimmy back. That's all that's about. When did it ever get this hot in motherfucking springtime? It's summer now, but when did it ever get 90 fucking degrees in the motherfucking springtime? Until now. Because they want you to turn on your fucking electricity. They want you to turn your motherfucking air conditioner on. They want your car, because of the heat, your car's exhausting more gas. They want all this. Bitch, they turned the heat up on us. And that's just my theory. I'm not no motherfucking, I don't get too deep into politics because that would be stressing me the fuck out. But for me and how I view the world, I feel like all this shit right now, that the way we living now, bitch, they getting their money back and more. Bitch, you think they gave us 3 fucking checks or what, $1,400 for free? Bitch, we get the working class, middle class, they are definitely paying that fucking shit back. And that's stuck to that. My cup holders are full. Weed shaving, all kind of. It's just because I smoke in my car. Can't smoke in my crib. I don't smoke in my crib. That's another story. But I don't smoke in my crib. So I mostly smoke in my car. It smells like a trap car. I keep it a bean. It smells like weed and perfume. Good perfume. But this is my trap car. Shit. Paid for almost. That's a big deal, bitch. Because anything that they put on us black folks, from mortgage to motherfucking car finances, they don't want us to pay those bills. They want you to fuck up so you get them interest rates and make their real money. So I'm almost through. So yay. And I'm trans and I did that. I've done many accomplishments. I feel like for me, once again, I have to always speak for me. But I have morals. I don't sleep with married men anymore. I have. And I'll say this, I slept with more married men as a gay man than I did as a trans woman. And that's just the truth. It may be scary for you, but I'm just giving you my census, my census report. For me, I had more married men as a gay man than I did as a trans woman. Because for me, I carry myself as a lady, and my I can only get one rectum. That wasn't the word I want to use, but I only get one of those, and I use it accordingly. I can't fuck everybody. Have I tried some big? Yes, I have, but that's when I was younger. But I've been stopped all that. I definitely carry myself like a lady. I don't fuck around like that. I don't trick niggas. I never ever feel like I have to do that. Like, why? It's so motherfucking many fucking niggas that love trans women. What the fuck do I look like picking up a perfectly straight man that see me and think that I'm a woman, and then I perform some sexual act with him just because he's cute or he fine or he driving this or he doing this? I've never been thirsty. Never. I have so much fucking pride. I'm a Capricorn. Maybe that's something about being a goat, but what? I'm not doing none of that shit. Bitch, I don't have to. It's too many men that will go. And I learned that as a gay man. It's too many men that will go. So what the fuck I look like tricking a straight man and trying to no. And that's why so many trans women have been murdered. And I keep it a being. Y'all don't ever want to talk about that, but that's why a lot of trans women, because they do that shit and it's so uncalled for. It's so uncalled for. I mean, when I see shit like that, and I say this about straight people, white people, Asian people, gay people have sexual demons on them. And for me, it ain't me being trans. I ain't got shit to do with me having sex with this man or trying to pull this type of nigga. It has nothing. It's everything about me and my soul. And once again, whatever going on with me and my soul, that's between me and my God when that time comes. So once your opinion has no validation here, none it out. That's my walk, my journey, yours as well. It's plenty of, straight people that commit so many motherfucking sins, but they hate the gay community. That be the shit. That should be tripping me the fuck out. And what hurts, I will say, I ain't gonna even say hurt, but it does kind of hurt and it's kind of ignorant, is especially when it comes from black people. Our journey as black people so hard. Couldn't sit at a table because you black. You couldn't drink out of this water faucet. You couldn't do this. You had to go to the back here, bitch. And you know this. And I mean, maybe for the younger generation, millennials all the way down, they may not understand racism of being black. But for you that's above that, you should understand how hatred is a fucking cruel fucking thing. So when you pick and choose, I just side-eye people. That's why I can't pay it no mind, because I'm like, bitch, you a whole fucking black motherfucker and you talking about you hate gays. Bitch, how can you have any type of hate for any type of person with type of fucking shit that our ancestors went through? That should be the least fucking thing on your fucking mind, and something about who the fuck you hate. I think it's senseless, I think it's childish, and I think it's stupid. So I can't feed into that. I can't feed into that. I just don't. For me now that I'm older, I wouldn't dare sleep with a married man. I have. Within maybe the last 5 years. And I ghost him. He still hits me up. Haven't had sex with him in 3 years. Still. Be saying the sweetest fucking things, and I know they ain't for real. You got a whole fucking wife, G. You know what I'm saying? Your first baby he had was like 13, 12, some shit like that. He got baby mamas and shit. Bitch, you don't give no fuck about me. I don't know if it's a fetish, and some men actually do love trans women, but I ain't had time to invest into it to see if that's what the fuck he on. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't like men paying my bills, you know what I'm saying? I don't like none of that shit, because I don't like being taken care of, because once you give control, and it's for a woman, trans woman, gay man, a man that's let Whitney, I ain't gonna use Whitney and Bobby, but who a motherfucker, that's a boss bitch, marrying her motherfucking husband. Bitch, I'll use that for example. Honey, I lost concentration trying to figure out who the fuck I was gonna talk about. What I'm about to use them for example, and I can't fucking think about it. But yeah, you know, baby, life too short, and I think I was talking about opinions, but you know, I ain't gonna pay no never mind about that. But yeah. Women, you are women. You're beautiful. You're queens. I've always treated them as such. Sometimes I slip up, and it may be like, you ain't slip up because you a nigga. I know that's how some people will view this, some women. But I mean, if they're an older woman than me, I'll hold the door open because I know how my mom raised me. She raised me to be a gentleman. So that's how I still, you know, I treat women with the utmost respect. I know I can't do what they do. I can't even understand the struggle of being a single mother. I love the fact, and it may be a selfish thing, but I love the fact that I'm trans and not even, but I don't have any children. I don't have no responsibility but me. My life, I'm good. My car almost paid off. There's just certain things that of a family man or a man in general of having babies and shit, you gotta deal with a whole lot of shit, buying gym shoes and McDonald's for just one. You get cussed out because you ain't buy for all five for 8 of her baby daddies. You know, I don't have to deal with none of that drama. My life is good. My life is good. Like I'm good. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And people may not understand that, but that's what the fuck life is all the fucking about. It's about being happy. That's what the fuck it's all the fuck about. All that other shit, all that rah-rah, all that shit, stupid shit be on social media, people fighting and baby mamas. Bitch, love is not hard. Let me get the fuck off of here. But love is not hard. Loving somebody is just unconditional. You don't, all that, I don't be understanding certain situations. I'll be looking at relationships and you arguing and fussing and fighting. Bitch, tomorrow's not promise you arguing and fussing over stupid ass shit. Stupid ass shit. And it comes from you black women, and a lot of you black women, I see it all the fucking time. And sometimes I get it because women think that I'm a woman, and they be throwing me the most mad, shadiest shit. Y'all motherfucking women, y'all don't be uplifting each other. But I will say this, I get a lot of that. I will say that. I get free food from women that work at places that I work at. And it's always because they always say how I carry myself and I always look pretty and presentable. And these are from women, you know. I've had one woman have a whole conversation with me for a good 10 minutes at the gas station. She said, when you got your car, she said, and she's like, I want to be just like that when I grow up. You got your car with confidence. You came out, got your car like, you a bad bitch. This is my shit. You know, and she said that really inspired her. She said she was trying to open up a beauty bar. She said, but once she saw me, she said she know that she had to follow her dreams to be that, because she said seeing me, how I got my car, inspired her, because she was like, you was dressed. She said you could tell you don't want for nothing. You ain't looking for nothing from a nigga. She said you look like you happy. You like you single. You know, all kind of shit. And not saying single is good, but she was just letting me know that I looked like I was good. You know what I'm saying? And that inspired that woman. So for me, because I am a representation of women when I'm in the public, it's important for me to always carry myself like a lady and always represent y'all in the best fucking form, especially being black and trans. That's my first foot forward when I step out. And the people that don't know, for me, I want them to see, like, damn, that's a bad black queen. And it always fucking happens. And that's what the fuck I give, and that's what the fuck I get. And it's a representation of y'all. So, because these people ain't going home thinking I'm a motherfucking man in a dress or this and that. They like, damn, I just saw a bad bitch. I seen a queen. I've seen this. I saw that. And it's always going to be with a fucking compliment, because I represent y'all with the utmost respect. With the utmost respect. Because I can't do nothing the fuck y'all do. But I sure can step out here in motherfucking public and show them that it's a woman, that women can have their shit together. That I can definitely do. That I could definitely do. That a motherfucker can be a grown ass woman and about her business and ain't on no bullshit. Because I'm not loud. I can get loud. Any person can get loud, but I'm not loud. When I go in a place, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm laid back. I don't have to make a scene. My presence when I enter a room, and I'm just speaking of my black girl magic of representing women, is off the fucking chain. I don't have to open my mouth. And that's one of the biggest things y'all always say, oh, ladies supposed to be seen and not heard. And that's exactly what I do. That's exactly how I move, you know. And I did never want to ever do this. I never ever wanted to put a thing on YouTube. I always wanted to just deal with hip hop and, you know, celebrity gossip and shit, you know, and my views and thoughts of different world things. But I never ever wanted to ever talk about being trans on thing because to me it's been done, it's been talked about. Everybody can have their own views and opinions. I think it's, you know, I think it's a senseless conversation. You know, people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. People gonna hate it. Somebody's gonna maybe embrace it. Maybe they're not. It don't. It, you know, it's been talked about. So for me, I just didn't ever want to ever really ever fucking talk about it. I just want to be whatever the fuck I am. Make my videos. You either like it, you subscribe. You don't. You say your comments, whatever. You know, even if some people looked at my comments on my Tisha Campbell thing, people said some things to me, and not even about me being trans, because no one, about maybe one man asked or said, you know, why do you, some of you women act like trans? And he said, unless you are trans, and my apology if you is. And I, to that brother, thank you for still being respectful, you know. But no one's questioned my sexuality or who I was or whatever. They just thought I was a girl up here talking about Tisha Campbell. But even with the women that was disagreeing with me and saying you was this or you that, I had one girl say you're messy. She don't know me, but I do know Gayle King to a certain extent. And I know she was not being a journalist in that video. I'm not going to go into that. But I know of Gayle King, but you don't even know of me. You just know of me of this post I just put up. And you can say I'm messy. That may be your opinion of me after you see one of my videos. You may think I'm, you know, anything. It doesn't make me know, never mind, because when I go in my crib, you're not there. When I'm paying my bills, you're not there. When I go out to eat, you're not there. When I get my nails done, you're not there. When I'm on Amazon, you're not there. When I'm fucking my man, when I had one, you're not there. You know, so no, I don't do all that, bitch. You know, no. You know, and for y'all that follow me, I do shows here in Chicago. I do female illusion. I'm a female impersonator. That's what I do for as a job, and I'm good at it. I'm good at it. You know. So, you know, and that's just, I'm good at it in real life. What I mean, like, you know, I'm good on stage. You know, and that's that. So, anyway. Have a blessed day. Macy Gray, you all good with me. I understood where you was coming from. No, we are not women. Never will be. Never can be. None of that shit. Trans men still up here having motherfucking babies. And so is the studs. Baby, the things I could tell you about the gay community is a fucking mess. Just like the black community, just like the white community. It ain't nothing but a subgroup. And it's a mess. It's a mess. I had one of my best friends. We was 12 together. Let me just tell this story. 12 together. And we both came out to each other as gay little boys. And as soon as I started transitioning, he stopped fucking with me. He a whole ass git. He's a whole git. Okay? Swiss, walk like a bitch, all kind of shit. But he stopped loving me. He started having unconditional love for his friend that had known him since 12. And this happened like in our early 30s. Stop fucking with me because I started transitioning. I'm not going to say 20, because late 20s, early 30s when I first started transitioning. Stop fucking with me. Wouldn't speak to me. Said that he couldn't do it because when he came out his house, his mother would remind his mother that he was gay by seeing me, so he couldn't speak to me because she watched him go to the fucking car to go to work, and he's a 30-year-old man. Women, let go of your sons. Let them grow up. Just let them grow up. Cut the wings at some point, baby, so they could be a good man. You know, just raise them with dignity, know how to be respectful, and hopefully they find a woman. Hopefully they're straight, so you don't have to deal with that. You know, and make a good husband. Just do that. Cut them loose at some point. But he talking about she watching him to the car. Bitch, what? And it remind him that, baby, you switch, you do everything feminine. Bitch, she can look at you all day, every day, and know that you a motherfucking gay. But me, her looking at me shouldn't remind her that. Plus, his fucking sister was a lesbian, a fucking whole dyke. Okay, rainbow shit in her car, all kinds of stuff. And you pick me as the third party of why she will remind her that her children are gay. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Okay? So, yeah, me and him will never be good on that. You know, we've spoken a couple of times, and I hate it because he was really one of my great friends. But no, you know, and that's crazy. We're both in the LGBTQ community, but he hated on me. He stopped, you know. So listen, it go all around the fucking board. And for me, I'm telling this to everybody. Take it as a life lesson. You cannot worry about the hate that somebody may have for you. Do your thing in life. Don't put no energy into that shit. Keep it fucking moving. And I slip up. I put my motherfucking energy into bullshit sometimes, but I always fucking end up straight my fucking crown. And remember, a crown could go on a man or a woman's head. So just straighten your crown once you fall out the rails. Sometimes you got to go out. Sometimes you got to speak your mind. Sometimes you got to do that. But shit, you know, straighten the fucking crown once it's all over and said and done. Be back to being the king, queen, in between that you are. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. Real shit. Baby, I can't fathom life without you by my Love you, Kales. I'm from Chicago. Always will listen to him. Let me, long as the motherfuckers be playing motherfucking Elvis, that bitch got a whole fucking movie coming out. We need to motherfucking not go to that. That nigga got a whole fucking, that white nigga, and I say nigga to anybody. You could be a Japanese nigga in my book. You could be a Korean nigga, a Puerto Rican nigga, and they call each other niggas anyway. I'm just saying anybody could be a nigga. Because it means a selfish, arrogant motherfucker. So anybody could be that. And they got the motherfucking audacity to have motherfucking celebrating Elvis, who married a 14-year-old woman, Lisa Marie Presley, at 14 years old. They celebrating that nigga. So I will always and yes, I raised my voice. Peace, y'all. Love y'all for who love me. And if you don't see it from me, you know, people always feel like when they have views about you, they feel like that's one way. You don't like me, bitch, I don't like you. See how life works? Life is so fucking simple. A motherfucker told they don't like you, they hate you for what, bitch? I hate you. I don't like you. You know, it has no home here. Your hate, your valid, none of that. It has no home in my heart because I have the same fucking feelings right back at you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move. So it never weighs on my shoulder about what somebody think about me. So anyway, be blessed. I am. Peace. Oh, and if you made it to the end of the video, feel free, if you want to, you can follow me at Dakota Monroe 26 on Instagram, and you can follow me on Dakota Monroe Lady Gotti on Facebook. Don't come on there with no bullshit. As you see, I don't play those games. I don't play no games at all. You come talking some bullshit to me, and you can do it all in these comments on this fucking video, but it makes me know never mind. All I wish any and everybody is nothing but peace and prosperity, and that's all I got for you. God bless you, hon. That's all I got for you. You know, so peace. Mwah. And these are my real teeth. A queen. A black one.